Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the new to Booktube tag. So though technically I am not new to Booktube, I am kind of revamping my whole channel and kind of doing the 2.0 version of it, and I have an explanation video that is going to be coming up soon that will kind of explain why I changed everything-ish. And so you'll see my reasoning behind it, and I do apologize to any of y'all who are like, what is going on? But there were some changes that need to be made, that needed to have been made, and so I took the initiative and I made the changes, and so that's what that video is all about. But we're getting into the new to Booktube tag, and I am so excited to do this because I didn't ever do this when I originally started doing Booktube, and especially tag videos. I had filmed one, but I lost a lot of the footage. It just was so badly done, and so now that I feel like I'm getting used to talking to a camera and doing tag videos and getting used to explaining more about myself. I felt like this was the perfect opportunity, perfect timing for this video, so I hope that you enjoy it and learn a little bit about me. So the new to Booktube tag was originally created by Between Chapters, and hers was based on the one created by Brenda C. Now I have all of my questions written down here, or all of the questions written down there, and so let's get started. Question number 1, where are you joining us from? And I am born and raised in the state of Georgia. I was raised by a mother that is from the Midwest and a father that is from the West Coast. So I'm just like a combination of like all these different things and identities, so I don't ever know what I am, but I am from Georgia. On to question number 2, it is, how old are you? I am the ripe old age of 26 years old, soon to be 27 in less than 2 months, which is very scary. Question number 3, why did you join Booktube? So I went to school for mass communications with an emphasis in film and media arts because I wanted to be a broadcast meteorologist. Well, that did not work out because who knew so much math was involved with that? Certainly not me, and it didn't work out. So I still got my degree with film and media arts, and I worked retail, I worked at a fast food restaurant, I'm still working, but I started working at in an after school program, and nothing was really, I wasn't really doing anything with the degree that my parents paid money for. But then I decided, why not talk to a camera about something that I really enjoy and I love, and that is books. So I decided to join YouTube just to kind of talk about books and relieve my parents of me like pestering them, because I really do not have in real life friends. I don't have any friends, so I don't have people to talk to about books, and as much as I love to talk to my mom about books, we don't really read the same type of books. So that's why I joined YouTube, is so that way I could find people who enjoy the same types of books that I like, the same types of things that I read, and so that is why I joined YouTube, is just to make friends and join a community. And I know I did not do a very good job of that when I first started out, but that was personality more so than anything else that was on me. And so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put myself out there, and there we go. Question number 4, what is the meaning behind your channel name? So like I said, I have a whole explanation of why I changed the name of my original YouTube channel name, but I'll go into what the original one was, why it was, and then you can watch the explanation video as to what that one means now, which is kind of self-explanatory. But so DEJ TBR Books, obviously, because it's me, my TBR, to be read books, and DJ is a nickname that my dad gave me when I was younger, and it stands for Dead-Eye Jane, which it's a female good shot, somebody who makes the bullseye for any kind of weaponry thing. So he was like, Dead-Eye Jane, and I was like, oh, DEJ, I really like that. But it started to get very complicated. So spoiler alert, that's one of the reasons why I changed my channel name. But I have more of an explanation there. But that's the idea behind it, was its nickname. Question number 5. What types of books do you read and that you want to talk about? And I read majority YA. And I do dabble a little bit in new adult. Sometimes I'll read like Christian fiction or historical fiction or Christian romance or something like that. That's not technically YA, but for the majority I do read YA, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, is YA books and why YA books matter to me, somebody who is aged out technically of the YA genre, and why they matter to me, and that's what I want to talk about. So that's the big plan. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll see. Question number 6, who are some of your favorite authors? Obviously the big names like Jane Austen and Ellen Montgomery and Louisa May Alcott are some just amazing authors, some amazing female authors that I really enjoy their works, that I enjoy retellings of their works as well, but I really love Casey West. I love Lily Anderson. I'm looking at my I'm looking at my stack right here. Julie Baxbaum, I really love. Majority is contemporary authors, but I do really like fantasy as well, and I'm starting to get into fantasy. Erin Beatty, I love Erin Beatty's The Traitor's Kiss and The Traitor's Ruin. There's so many great authors out there, but those are some of my favorites. Not all, but some. Question number 7 is, what's the last book you read? And the last book that I read was Expelled by James Patterson and Emily Raymond. And I have some thoughts about this one that I will include in a wrap-up video. So you'll see my thoughts on that one. I'm not going to say now, but that was the last book that I had finished. And then question number 8, what are you currently reading? So right now I am physically reading Haha, it's right here. The Queen of Bright and Shiny Things. The dust jacket's not on it because I don't read physical hardcover with a dust jacket, but The Queen of Bright and Shiny Things by Anne Aguirre. And then I am also listening to the audiobook of Brightly Burning by Alexa Dawn. Question number 9. What do you use for bookmarks? I will use just about anything for bookmarks. If I put the book down for just like a second, I'll use like a hair bow or like a ponytail holder or something. But majority that I use, I'm gonna use this book for an example. And I literally just grab whatever piece of paper, anything, if I need to save my place. But I have a lot, like a collection of these bookmarks that I got from Books A Million. And they're always like my favorite ones. They're really, really sturdy. They're like really hard. And I really like them because I am a klutz and I destroy everything. So these are really nice and sturdy. This one set is from Jane Austen, Jane Austen's Emma, and it says, "Perhaps it is our imperfections that make us perfect for one another." So absolutely love anything to do with quotes of my favorite stuff. I have more here. I mean, here, they're everywhere. I have them literally everywhere. I have them in books that I had put on hold. Like I have one, I see one right there. I have one down here on my shelf somewhere. I have them everywhere. Everywhere. But those are my favorite types of bookmarks. If I'm able to remember that I need to put a bookmark in there. Question number 10 is, show us your current TBR pile. These are the books that are remaining on my TBR. So, oh Lord. Oh, goodness gracious, that was intense. Ha, it's funny because it was number 10. That was pun not intended. Number 11, which do you prefer? So there are 3 of these, and the first one is hardcover or paperback. I am the type of person who I don't have a preference really for any 3 of these because they're books. But if I had to choose, because that's what I'm doing, is I'm making myself choose, I actually prefer hardcover to paperback. I find them sturdier. My brother, I know he prefers paperback when he's actually reading, but there's something about a hardcover that just makes me feel so good. It does. But as I've mentioned many times, when I read hardback, I have to have the dust jacket off of it. I cannot get my grimy little oily fingers. It's just, it's so meh. I don't like it. The second one is ebooks or physical books. And again, this is one of those things that either one works for me. I love the fact that ebooks, there's so many services out there that you can pay a small fee and you're able to just just read for hours and hours and days and years, and because of all the books they have in their catalog, it's amazing. The convenience and the convenience of having all those books just in your hand and on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, on your any sort of device. It's really awesome. I really like that. But for me, for some reason lately, ebooks are really hard for me to get into, and audiobooks are really what have been pulling me through. I know that's not an option, but audiobooks really have been pulling me through. But for that reason alone, because ebooks are just kind of tedious at the moment, for me at least, I'm gonna have to go with the physical books. If audiobooks was an option, definitely audiobooks, but physical books are the way to go for me. For some reason, I don't know why ebooks are, it's starting to do this, but ebooks are really, really hard for me to get into, so. And that is not to say that I don't love ebooks. I do, but. And the last one is owning books or borrowing books. Now, as many books as I own, I have been recently really into borrowing books, whether that's borrowing from the library, borrowing from Kindle Unlimited, any of the services, any of the audiobook services. I've just been really, really into borrowing books lately. That there's other reasonings behind me borrowing more books. You know, I've been doing borrow-a-thon, so borrow-a-thon stuff, and like other readathons where I don't own the book, but I'm able to find it at the library or find it on audiobook or something like that. So that's been helpful, and owning books is, as much as I love owning books, I'm gonna have to go with borrowing books. And as many books as I own, I am still gonna have to go with borrowing books. So those are the ones that I prefer. And I know that they didn't need all that explanation, but I'm a rambler, so there you go. Question number 12, what book or series got you into reading? And that was the Treasury of Illustrated Classics version of Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. And I loved this book so much. I mean, it was easy to read because it's edited for children. So it was easy to read. The font was big. I was able to devour this book because I've always been a slow reader. So I was able to just devour this book. I loved all of the pictures. Like, it's one of those books that just stands the test of time for me and really opened my eyes to the world of reading, especially reading classics. And so another one that I really, really loved and just could not get enough of was the great illustrated classic of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. And again, big font and pictures that were just so much fun to look at, and I devoured these and I loved them so much. I loved the stories. It made me want to go out and see the movies and see the TV shows and everything, and I just fell in love with the characters, and it just so much so that these were the first real books that I read, like, for myself, and they got me into reading more of the other things that I really enjoy to today, including Pride and Prejudice. So I think I am so happy that I was able to get these at some point in my life. I don't even know where I got them or when I got them, but I'm so happy that I did because they just opened my eyes to the world of reading. And so I will always be a huge fan of these two. They're my go-tos. They will always be my go-tos. Number 13, how did you discover Booktube? So I actually discovered Booktube by accident. I was really big into Tumblr for a really significant part of like the years before I started Booktube and Bookstagram and Book Twitter. And I remember seeing some posts with bookshelves, and like then there were challenge videos, and I was like, oh, or not challenge videos, I'm sorry, challenge posts, challenge pictures, and I was like, oh, this sounds awesome, I want to do this. So that's when I started to get more books, and somehow I think somebody posted a video of Haley in Bookland, and I was so enthralled that somebody talked about books. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And so I was like, you know what? This sounds awesome. I would like to try to do this. And that's when I started Booktube. And so I started Booktube March of 2017, and it was awesome. And so I will always have a fondness in my heart for Haley over at Haley in Bookland. Said that weird. So she's always going to be kind of that one creator that I will always look forward to watching her videos, because I was so enthralled and just captivated that somebody talked about books. It was so awesome. Question number 14, what challenges do you think you'll face with your own channel? And this one is actually one I can answer in a past tense as well, is something that I know I'm gonna struggle with, and that is motivation. This happens to me all the time. I will get so motivated and just like top of the world, I want to shout it, I'm gonna do this, I have it planned out to a T, and then it just goes, and it just, and my motivation just kills, and I don't know how to keep motivated in a way that is productive. So I do want to hear ideas, what people do to stay motivated and keep motivated, because I need the help in that area. There are other things that are gonna come along that I know, but that is gonna be my biggest challenge, my biggest obstacle to overcome, is my lack of motivation. And the final question, question 15, where else can we find you? So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and I believe Tumblr is the same name, but it is all DEJTBR Books, and you can find me there. I'm really more active on Twitter than I am on Instagram at the moment. I will have bursts of inspiration on Instagram, or if I have like an Instagram challenge or something, you'll find me there. But for the majority, Twitter is my biggest place you can find me. Ask me questions there, and as well here. So, but that is where you can find me. All the links are down below to where you can kind of click on them if you need to. So, yes. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am so happy to kind of be putting myself more out there and hoping to talk to all of you. And again, don't forget to watch the video about the name change and reasonings and all that fun stuff. So thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and comment down below and let me know. Tell me your YouTube channel name. Link it so I can watch videos, because that's what I need to do, even though I need to read. But I also want to connect more to people, so please, please, please link me any of your favorite videos or just your channel or anything like that, link it down below and I will definitely check it out. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can hit the button that is right up there. You can also check out my latest video. It is right there. And check out all of my other tag videos. They are right there. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading and happy booktubing. Bye guys.